Namaste, everyone, and welcome to Anchor the Light. Sorry, we're a little late. Had to do a lot of stuff. Anyway, so we're back. And today the lesson is actually quite simple. And I'll read it to you just in case you didn't see it. Those who are close to vermilion will turn red, and those who are close to ink will turn black. You go, what the heck is that? All right. It's as simple as this. Tony Robbins says, proximity is power. Or a lot of us grew up that says, you tell me who your friends are, I tell you who you are. Now, why is this so critical? You see, a lot of people, just to give you an idea, let's talk about healing. We'll put it in steps. When it comes to healing, there are 7 factors that determine whether healing will occur. You know, whatever healing technique you use. 1 is how receptive they are. Number 2 is the skill of the healer. 3, the age of the client or the patient plays a role. Next one, the environment plays a role. That's what I want to focus on. When you say environment, it's not just the physical environment, it's also the energetic, emotional, mental environment. On the physical side, let's say somebody has asthma. Everybody at home smokes, everybody at work smokes. What are the chances of healing? 0. Because the environment continues to hurt the person's body. Make sense? Now, that's on the physical side. Emotional side is the same thing. I know, I can't tell you how many times somebody comes for healing. We work on them, we clean them, we energize, they feel great, they feel wonderful. A few days later, or the next session, they come back. Physically, they're fine. But psychologically, they're a big mess. I go, what the heck happened? You know, you're feeling great, you feel wonderful, happy. Well, because when they go home, everybody despises them. Everybody's projecting negative thoughts. They go to work. There's so much stress. Everybody's angry with them. Make sense? So the environment plays a role. And just to finish the 7 factors, the other factor is mental emotional state, which is when a person doesn't forgive, that causes a major blockage in the front and back solar plexus center. And so no matter what you do, the ailment will persist. And then another factor is karma. So let's just focus on the environment. Before we start, let's ask for blessings. To the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother, to all the spiritual elders, holy masters, to all the saints of all traditions, archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers. Personally, to my teacher, Master Twakok Sui Mahaguji Mailing, we humbly ask for divine light, divine love, guidance, help, healing, protection. Thank you. In full faith. And so it is. All right. So let's continue on that part. You tell me who your friends are. I'll tell you who you are. Whether you like it or not. Unless you're just have super perfect control over your thoughts and your emotions, you get affected by the people around you. Actually, I like to use the better word, which is more exact. You get infected with the people around you. Okay? Now, you could be infected with positive thoughts and emotions. You could be infected by negative thoughts, negative emotions. And so, in the class, Inner Christianity Revealed, let's see, there's a book on it. Again, not written by me, written by my teacher, Grandmaster Twakok Sui. You guys can see that. The teachings of Inner Teachings of Christianity Revealed. So every tradition, every spiritual school have inner teachings and outer teachings. Remember, the Lord Jesus said, to you are given the keys to the kingdom of heaven. You talk about the apostles. To them outside are given parables, basically stories. Translation plain English, he has to dumb it down. Okay? Now, let me see. 1 second. Let me just check. All right. So, you have inner teachings and outer teachings. Now, as far as the inner teachings are concerned, you remember there's this story of the 5 wise maidens and 5 foolish maidens. 5 wise maidens had oil. The 5 foolish maidens don't have oil. And then when the bridegroom came, they were asleep, etc., etc. Anyway, I'm not going to go through it. But there's several parts of it that you need to try to understand the deeper meaning. The 5 wise maidens are actually the 5 qualities, like a checklist, that you want to look for to surround yourself in. And it's connected to the chakras. Okay? So the first wise maiden is goodness. That's connected to your crown chakra. Second one is wisdom. That's connected to your forehead chakra. Third one is truth. That's the ajna and the throat. Okay? And a lot of you who are have studied a lot with me already, you remember we revealed that the real third eye is not here. It's actually the forehead chakra. All right, next. Love and kindness. That's the heart. Justice is solar plexus. So the 5 qualities are goodness, wisdom, truth in the way we think and the way we speak, loving kindness. Solar plexus is justice. Now, when these chakras are dirty, those same chakras are dirty, what manifests is the crown. When the crown is small, it manifests as maliciousness and ruthlessness. When the forehead chakra is dirty or clogged up, the person has a tendency to act foolishly. When the ajna and throat are clogged up and dirty, they have a tendency to lie and create fake news. Okay? When the heart chakra is dirty, they have a tendency to manifest hatred in their life towards people or situations. When the solar plexus is dirty, they have a tendency to be unfair and unjust. So, as you can see, when these chakras are dirty, most of the time, the negative qualities manifest. When these chakras are clean, the positive qualities manifest. And so I remember when I was taking this class many years ago, Master Cho was saying, you see, this is actually a simple checklist. Now think. Recall the people you know that are good. People you like to be around with. Do they have more the 5 wise maiden qualities or 5 foolish maiden qualities? Do they practice goodness? Are they kind? Are they loving? Are they usually wise? Are they fair? Are they just? Do they usually speak truth? You go, yeah. Now, think of the people who have been hurtful to you, either betrayed you or treated you badly. Just go through the checklist. Number 1, do they usually do good things? Or when they hurt you, was they doing a good thing? Number 2, do they have a tendency to act foolishly? Number 3, do they lie and cheat? Number 4, are they usually kind, loving, caring? And number 4, are they fair? See what I'm saying? So, this thing about proximity is power is quite interesting. When Tony Robbins talks about it, when people are around people that are good, this person in that presence get affected by the thought forms. Well, he didn't say that, but I'm giving it interpretation. When you immerse yourself in the midst of people who are positive, you have a tendency to be uplifted. When you immerse yourself around people who, let's just say, have a tendency to have negative emotions, look at my hand, they drag you down. Now, you say, what if you can't help it? Okay, let me just fix here. Some people complaining of the sound. 1 second. All right. Okay, the ones in Instagram, I hope we fix the sound. Let's do this again. I apologize. I wasn't aware that the settings were not right. So you have the 5 wise maidens, 5 foolish maidens, right? We talked about that a few minutes ago. So the 5 positive qualities are goodness, wisdom, truth, loving kindness, solar plexus, justice. When these chakras are dirty, flooded with negative thoughts, negative emotions, then instead of a crown being activated, it shrinks down. They have a tendency to manifest, maliciousness and ruthlessness. Forehead, when the forehead chakra is dirty, they have a tendency to act foolishly. When the ajna and throat are clogged up, they have a tendency to lie and cheat. When the heart is clogged up, that's obvious, they have a tendency to be hateful. And when the solar plexus is dirty, they have a tendency to be unfair. So when you're choosing where to immerse yourself, to submerge your aura, what do? Try to pick, or let's just say, try to surround yourself with people who are good, who are wise, who are truthful, who are kind, and are fair. That's that. You say, well, I'm a very strong person. I can do it. That's probably true. The question is it sustainable? Can you always say, like, I gotta fight this? Not that easy. And probably will be stressful. Now you say, well, all right, at least I keep that in mind. I'll try to be more selective in the people I surround myself in. But what if your home situation or your work situation is such that you cannot get to choose? What do you do? Right? I know that's probably what you guys are thinking of. You go, I don't know. Yeah, that's good and wonderful, but I can't really choose my parents, choose my family, choose everything. Or you're at a place, you can't stand your workplace because there are people around you. What do you do? Okay. Several factors. Several solutions. Number one, understand that what they throw at you are basically thought forms. It goes back to the same teaching. Because you're already there, so you cannot change them, but you can change your response towards them. Make sense? So as you do your meditation, I'm not the body, not the emotion, not the thoughts, I'm the soul. I'm a spiritual being of divine intelligence that allows me to control my mind, my mental faculty, a spiritual being, divine love. I get to regulate my feelings. I'm a spiritual being of divine power or will to regulate what I do with my body. Would I beat you up or I share lunch with you? Okay? So that's the first step. As you do your meditation, realize that every thought, every emotion is something we create. By simply understanding that, when a person is not treating you correctly, it comes to a certain realization that, hey, if I'm not the thoughts and emotions I create, what more of the stuff you throw at me? So I choose not to let them in. You better write this down, tattoo it to your brain. You choose not to let them in. For example, this weekend, I know a lot of you are signed up for it already, we're teaching psychic self-defense. If you have a U.S. address, I think today's the last day to register, okay? Psychic self-defense. I'm teaching this weekend online. You have to have a U.S. address. All right. Anyway, so one of the things that we teach there is first technique, and I'll share it with you. First technique in psychic protection. You're not going to like it, but I'll tell you. It's non-reaction. That's the very, very first technique. Non-reaction means you choose not to respond in a negative way or positive way, depending on what you want to do, towards what they're projecting at you. Now the question is why? Listen and listen carefully. We have an aura, right? Just imagine this aura is like a bubble. It's a bubble that we walk around in. This bubble is filled with thoughts and emotions we create, plus the thought forms created by other people that we allowed in. Or, if we're not strong enough, let's say you're a child, somebody projects it to you, injects it into your aura. That's basically what's in the energy field is. Now, watch this. When somebody says something hurtful towards you, you, the soul, do not respond immediately. What responds first? Listen and listen carefully. You're not going to read this in books. What responds first are the thought and emotional forms that are in the aura. So somebody says, hey, I'll just use this as an example, okay? These Asian people, they are whatever. There's some derogatory racist term. So if I identify myself, hey man, I'm Asian, so you are insulting my race, blah, blah, blah. What happens? Then I start to respond in a negative way. I start screaming, yelling, and arguing with them. But you see, the soul is not Asian, Caucasian, or whatever race. The soul doesn't have a color, does not have a race, does not have a religion. That perception of being Asian is a thought form that is in the aura. But since they said something, this thought form wakes up. Oh, yeah? Are you getting it? And so when this wakes up, since I forgot I'm not the emotions, this became the I, my identity. I go, oh yeah, you are a jerk, you are racist, blah, 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 so on and so on. Now let's look at a different scenario. What if they say something that is racist? Yeah, you Asian people are this and that. I look at them like, well, okay, that is your perception. And whatever. What happened? I did not allow the thought form that in this lifetime, my soul took on an Asian body. I did not let the stuff that's connected to it control me to make me upset with what they said. So I just look at them like, whatever. That's my favorite mantra. I don't say it because it'll make them more upset, right? They go, Get it? You say, that's easier said than done. I never said it was easy, but it can be done. Absolutely, you can do it. What is needed is awareness. When things are happening, be aware. I'm not the body, not the emotion, not the thoughts. I'm not any of these thought forms created by me or them. So you get to choose how you respond. And that's why one of the things that we're teaching this weekend in the psychic self-defense class is you have to first realize that you are in control of the thoughts and emotions you create. That these are all fabrications of the soul. If you can't do that, you can wear 20, 30 pounds of crystals to protect you, use an energy shield, chant 1,000 mantras. Those are all completely useless when somebody insults you and you react. They don't do anything. Zero. You know why? You can have all these layers of protection. A clairvoyant looks, man, you are so bright. You have all these emotions. These are energy shields. Man, it's like a wall. And when I touch it, in the class, we scan the strength of the aura and push against it. Great. Oh, that special crystal was blessed by the Dalai Lama. This, you have a crucifix blessed by the Pope. And every religion you can think of, I have whatever blessed by every guru in the universe. Great. You know what happens? Somebody insults you. The minute you react, your shield opens up. You know why? The shield has to open up when you respond to them. So the minute you go, oh yeah, you're a jerk too. The shield opens up and you basically created a tunnel for the crap to come into you. Period. Full stop. Shocking, isn't it? I know some of you are like, oh, I don't want to hear this. I want to go somewhere else. Go, bye. The ultimate psychic protection technique is soul control. What does that mean? When you have realization that I am the soul, the spiritual self that generates these thoughts and emotions and movements, I get to choose what I create and what I don't create. I get to choose what comes into my system and affect me and what not. And if you don't do any type of meditation or spiritual practice, I hope you've done it in previous lifetime, because the chances are most people, they don't have it. That's why social media drives them crazy. Right? Oh, I can't believe it. This person doesn't like my comment. This person doesn't like my post because they make me look whatever, fat, or make you look like... You know why? You allow those thought forms to affect you. Yeah, the person will affect you. When all is said and done, you're probably so tired of me saying this. Do your spiritual practice. Unfortunately, people do their spiritual practice only when they're in trouble. True? Oh, things are not doing it. I better do meditation. Shouldn't you be doing meditation regardless so you'll be able to handle it better? I know some of you are like, I don't like this guy. He's too direct. He hurts my feelings. I go, bye. I'll see you in a few more lifetimes from now. But if you want the easier way of doing it, that's just the way you do it. Do your practice. Be aware of who you are. And everything is happening outside of the soul. So when people insult you, you look at them, you might just go, well, that's your thought form, not mine. Don't say it verbally. They can think you're a weirdo. So when people say that, you know what I do? When they try to insult me, I go, back of my mind, I go, that's your thought form. Whatever. And I change topic. You know, NLP, pattern interruption. Hey, what do you think of whatever? I'll pick some crazy out of nowhere topic to just break their pattern. You know why? There's one more thing to remember. I know this is a longer session, but listen carefully. As you go up in frequency, the more you do your meditation spiritual practice, many things are happening. Number one, as you know, like qualities attract, opposites repel. So as you raise your frequency, whatever negative stuff they project at you, as long as you don't react, bounces back. Even if you don't have a shield, you don't have 10,000 tons of crystals you're wearing, as you do your meditation, you raise your frequency, there's nothing to attach to. You just bounce it back or dissipate. Number two, as long as you don't react and you train yourself, you start noticing that you are happier. You know why? Because your identity is not dependent on the thought forms that people create or the response you create based on what they think of you. That's it. It's very simple. It all goes back to what? Doing your practice. If you get easily affected by people, you know what the problem is. That means you allow the thought forms to affect you. And I'll finish it with this because this drives it home. One of the ancient proverbs say, I don't know who said it, so I'm sure some smart dude said it. Whoever easily triggers you controls you. Think about it. You don't like this person, so when they say something, they push your buttons, right? Guess what? In the big scheme of things, they own you. I don't like that. Who cares what you don't like? It is what it is. Whoever triggers you easily, control you. If I were you, I'd go, I don't want them to control me. Of all people, this jerk, I don't want them to control me. Okay. Then don't let them trigger you. I can't help it. You know my answer to that, right? Find another teacher. Don't waste my time. I don't like people, I can't help it, blah, blah, blah. Well, if that's the case, why bother studying anything? You say, look, this person triggers me. I'm not going to let that happen. Next time they do something, I'll just understand that these are just their thoughts and emotions based on their biases. Doesn't matter. Or you can take it one step further. Eesh, this is a longer session than I expected. Okay. Something like this. Sorry. Or you can do it the way in the inner teachings of Buddhism do it. This is the way, actually, I'm teaching it this weekend too. All right. Here's another way of doing it. It's to transmute. Transmute whatever they're dumping on you. So when somebody projects negative thoughts at you, anger, resentment, this is what you go to in your head. Number one, is it possible that this person is being hurtful because they have a physical ailment or psychological ailment? Just asking that question, because you have a kind heart, you know what happens? It changes your response to what's coming through them. So when somebody's screaming and yelling at you and so on, you think about, is it possible this person has an ailment? Maybe they have, something disorder. Or maybe they have such severe back pain that this little thing became so big, that's why they're screaming, yelling at me. That right there, for most people, it changes the way you think. And you're just asking questions. Next question. Is it possible that this person is being negative towards me because they had a bad day. Maybe, they have such a difficult time at work, at home, and I happen to be the first person they're talking to, so they're loaded up with so much stress energy. I didn't mean anything bad to them, but they took it that way because it was through the bias of what they went through. Is it possible that's why they're working this way? Or treating it this way? Right there and then, what happens? Change your perception. Anyway, I'm not going to go through all of them. We'll cover this in the class. But another question is it possible, and this is a tough one, is it possible God, the universe, universal source, is trying to use this person as a mirror so that I will wake up to the qualities I need to cultivate? Let me be direct. Is it karmic? Because there are certain lessons I have not yet learned. Maybe this person is just in front of me because God is trying to teach me a lesson I would not have learned otherwise. You just ask those. There's another 5 or 6 of them, which you'll cover in the class, but just those 3, right there and then, your perception changes. I know one person was very hurtful to me, and I found out that that person has a, what do you call that? I forgot that disorder, which makes them have a tendency to worry, have a tendency to psychologically replay everything in a negative way. When I found out that person has that ailment, my perception of that person completely changed. I go, oh, that means they're going through a difficult time. So why am I so pissed off? In fact, I should do healing on the person. Right? So number 1, do they have physical or psychological ailment? Number 2, is it because you just happen to be the person they're in front of because they just had a bad day? I mean, they're going through a difficult time, so you happen to the person that is in front of them, they unloaded on you. Or number 3, it's a spiritual lesson that I have not learned. So this person is just being sent to help me know the lesson. That's it. Okay? Anyway, I apologize. We went way over time. We'll just do a short meditation to at least go back to the main reason we're doing this. As we do our meditation, we're able to experience oneness with who we are, our identities, so that we get to choose the thoughts we create and the feelings we create, which will affect our speech and our action. Okay, shall we? Focus on your crown. I am that. I'm not the body, I'm not the emotion or the thoughts, I am the soul. I am a spiritual being of divine intelligence, divine love, divine willpower. I am that, the soul, the spiritual self. I am connected in one to my higher soul. I am connected in one to the divine spirit in me. I am a child of God. I am one with God. I am one with all. There's only oneness. Just be still. We are one. Now open your hands in blessing. Picture the earth in front of you. Visualize the earth in front of you. Be aware of your heart and your hands. We will do the meditation twin hearts as taught to us by my teacher, Grandmaster Tuakok Sui. So be aware of your heart and your hands. Fill the earth with beautiful pink light. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Wherever there's hatred anywhere in the world, let me sow unconditional love. Where there's injury, let me sow pardon and forgiveness. Where there's doubt, let me sow faith. Where there's despair, let me sow hope. Where there's darkness, let me sow light, sadness, joy. Just be aware of your heart and your hands. Fill up the earth with beautiful pink light, allowing ourselves to be channels and instruments of bringing peace, love, forgiveness, hope, and faith light and joy to every person, every being on earth. So be it. Now be aware of your crown, the center of your crown. Imagine golden light from your crown flowing down through your hands and filling up the entire earth. Fill the earth with golden light. Just say, our hearts are one, our souls are one. From the heart of God, through my soul, through my entire being, may every person, every being on earth be blessed with loving kindness. May all be blessed with great joy and happiness, with understanding, harmony, and divine peace. May all be blessed without exception. So be it. So be it. Fill your home with golden light, your workplace, fill the entire earth, all the countries, all the people in the world, all the beings with golden light. Now, gently be aware of both your heart and your crown. Take a deep breath. Exhale, imagine golden light pouring out of our hands brighter than before, filling up our homes, filling up the homes of our loved ones and friends. Let it spread to the workplace, the city, the country. Let it spread to all the countries in the world. From the center of the heart of God, may every person, every being on earth, in the higher worlds, middle worlds, even the lower worlds, may all beings in every dimension, every direction be blessed with love and with kindness. May all be blessed with inner peace, inner healing. May all be healed of any pain, sorrow, or suffering in any kind. So be it. May all be blessed with understanding, with harmony, goodwill, and the willingness to do good. Blessings be to all. So be it. So be it. And so it is. Blessings be to all. Now lower your hands gently. Keep your eyes closed. Keep your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Just be still. Imagine a brilliant light just floating above your head, like a brilliant miniature sun, a star, or a golden flame, whichever one works for you. Just a brilliant, brilliant light floating above your head. The image doesn't have to be clear. It is there. Just look at that brilliant light. Just be still. Om. Allow yourself to meditate on the space in between each Om. 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 Be still. Be aware of the inner stillness. Be aware of the inner peace. And just simply let go and let things be now. Om. Let go. Gently, slowly, come back to your physical body. Move your fingers, move your toes. Gently, slowly come back. Raise your hands in blessing. Let's just release excess energies our bodies cannot absorb. Visualize the people in front of you, people you love. Fill them with golden light. May all of them be blessed with good health, with much happiness, with abundance and prosperity, and with spirituality. So be it. Blessings be to all. Now be aware of your feet, base of your spine, just put your golden light down into the earth. Let our beloved Mother Earth be blessed with divine light, divine love, and divine power. Let our beloved Mother Earth be healed, regenerated, and revitalized. Blessings be to Mother Earth. Continue filling the earth below you with golden light. May all be blessed. Okay, let's give thanks to the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother. Thank you. To all the spiritual elders, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers. Personally, to my teacher, Master Chokok Sri Mahagu Jumeling, thank you in full faith. So it is. Okay. Open your eyes. Meditation was short, but if you're sensitive, you would have sensed the energy was intense. So just a little special sauce to make up for the time. Now, here's a quick test while we're on the topic. Observe the thoughts and emotions around you. How many notice it's quieter? More still. So same, the lesson is the same. As we keep doing the meditation regularly, your energy field is filled with divine light, divine love, divine power. So people around you, the negative thoughts and emotions cannot get in. That's that. Very simple. And so what will happen is you start attracting people who vibrate higher. Proximity is power. That's the lesson today. Namaste, everyone. You all take care, and we'll see you for part 2 of Anchor the Light. God bless. Well, this part 1, 7 hours from now is part 2. Take care. Bye-bye.